Hi, I'm Cash, and you're watching CashedOutBoards, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I laser engraved the graphics on the bottom of my handmade cruiser boards. Let's get started. So the very first thing that I have to do when I'm engraving these boards is find center on the boards to mark it in the machine. And to do that, I'm going off of the truck holes because I trust that I drilled those pretty accurately and exactly where we want them. So I'm going outside to outside and drawing just enough to make a little cross in the center of the board. It's probably hard to see, but line right there. Outside of this inner bolt hole, outside of this inner bolt hole. Hold that straight edge nice and straight. Mark it, and then you have a nice little cross right at the center of your board. So now I have the board all set up in the machine. Basically what I had to do is line up the guide laser, which is basically like a laser pointer that you could buy anywhere, on the center mark that you saw me make. I ran it back and forth along the length of the board to make sure that it was centered between the truck holes and to make sure that the whole design is going to end up centered. And it's looking really good. So I'm pretty excited. These are the first boards that I've made that could actually fit in this machine. All the other ones were too big. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it comes out. I'm also a little bit nervous because I haven't done anything like this in this machine, but it should be pretty sweet. So now I'm going to set up some system parameters and then we should be good to go. So guys, this right here is the logo I came up with. I tried to go with the standard CashedOutBoards logo, but go a little bit extra with this one. So I have the globe in the middle, partially because I think it looks cool and partially because I have a worldwide audience. So I thought that would be awesome to throw in there. And then I have some trees because this is it's going to be an all wood board. There's not going to be paint or anything on the graphic. So I thought that the organic, nature look with the trees looked pretty sweet and goes with the whole theme of the board. So that's the design for it. Now what I have to do is set up some settings for the laser, and then I could do a track frame, which will show me how the design will fit on the board before I actually go for it. So this is the track frame. It's nothing too exciting. Basically, it's just the laser going along the edge of the board and showing me where the design will end up. And this is a great tool for setting up designs and making sure everything fits how you want it when doing engraving. And so far, it's looking really good. It's nice and centered. It looks like everything's between the truck holes, which I wanted. So we should be good to go. All right, guys, moment of truth. It's all set up. I'm going to hit process, and this thing's going to go. So we're going to hope it turns out how I want. You'll get to see the laser machine in action, which is pretty cool. So here we go. Process. So far, so good. Everything looks nice. Looks like we're getting a pretty good burn on the wood. One thing to keep in mind is with this setup, this machine is intended for flat surfaces, and this board obviously has concave. So I did have to set it up so the laser isn't perfectly in focus all the time, which means that some areas won't be quite as crisp as they would be if it was an all flat design. But honestly, so far it looks great, and I'm pretty happy. So we're just going to sit back and wait. So here we are, we're right about the halfway mark right now, and honestly this is looking great. I'm super happy with how this thing's turning out, and so far it's actually not taking that long either. It's only been about 7 minutes, which for a scan this size is honestly not too bad. Alright guys, it is done, and wow, this thing looks absolutely incredible. So, I don't know how I thought it was going to turn out. I was very nervous doing this, but it came out absolutely awesome. I'm super happy with the way it looks. And now I'll just show you some more nice shots of it. And yeah, just let you enjoy it, hopefully as much as I am. So guys, I know I've said it before, but these boards look absolutely incredible. So these have got to be some of my favorite boards next to my double kick chronic rhythm board, which is the one that you saw in the how to make a longboard tutorial. And really, these are right up there with that. Like, these look great. The last thing that I have to do here is just carefully sand over this logo, and that'll take away little burn marks that are outside the actual image and just clean up the logo and give it some more contrast. So I'm going to go ahead and carefully do that. It's just a light sand. I like to use a block to make sure that the sandpaper stays flat over the board and only takes off the burnt area and not the lasered in area. So here we go. So there it is. The last thing I do is just blow it off with some compressed air to get rid of all that dust in there. And like I said, that really just brings up the contrast. It makes the face of the wood more white and the engraved part more dark, and it really looks awesome. So I'm just going to show you guys a couple more shots of these boards, and that's going to be it for this video. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more cool stuff on building boards and tutorials on how to build your own boards, please consider subscribing to the channel and checking out my other videos. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.